Hey everybody, Sab, welcome back to the channel. Welcome if you're new. Today I'm going to be talking about what I ate while I was in Vegas. Now I know you're probably like, why are you filming this? But I find it interesting to see what vegan options there are when you're traveling, especially if you're planning to go to Vegas or not, a lot of stuff I did eat like in the hotel, like Uber Eats and stuff, because, or actually Postmates, because we were only there for 2 whole days. So we had a travel day, Wednesday, we're there Thursday, Friday, then came back Saturday. So I kind of try to take a short video of each thing that I ate, and so I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to go through on my phone just so I can talk about it in order, and then I will add in some clips. It's kind of a different style video than I usually do, so hopefully I can, make it work. But bear with me if it's not like super vlog or good. So we got to the airport in Cincinnati, I think like around the afternoon on Wednesday, and there's Starbucks in pretty much every airport now, so I got I believe this was a cold brew and then a fruit cup. I literally, like, sitting between then and now, I've been to like 4 different Starbucks, and none of them have had the avocado spread. I was so mad. So the only vegan thing at Starbucks is, of course, I got this fruit cup, and then if they have a plain bagel with avocado spread, I think there's another kind of bagel too, but I usually just get the plain one, and then none of them have seemed to have it, so I've been subsisting on fruit cups whenever I go to Starbucks. Which I think the fruit cup is a little bit overpriced, but everything at Starbucks is. And then I found out that my camera or my phone will take a hyperlapse shot, so I filmed this. Hopefully they weren't like, I don't know if the people on the ground could see me, like, because I just feel really awkward like filming in public. And then we had a layover in Dallas, not really layover, like a stopover in Dallas. So I found a Dunkin', and they have the Beyond Sausage Sandwich. So that is totally vegan if you get it without the egg and cheese, or like no egg, no cheese on the English muffin. And then of course they have coffee and all that good stuff too. And you can get almond milk at Dunkin'. I heard that they might, I don't know if this is Dunkin' or somewhere else, but I think they're supposed to be adding a different type of non-dairy milk, so maybe, I don't know. I am just keep hoping that they're going to have a vegan donut, because there are Dunkin's everywhere, and like, I think it's great at supporting local donut shops, but also it's widely available at Dunkin' because they're everywhere now, so, So I remembered that Philip DeFranco has a code with Postmates. I'm sure a bunch of other people do, but I used his code on Postmates to get free delivery. So pretty much the whole time I was there, I got free Postmates. So, or not really like free food, but like there was no delivery fee. You just paid the tip in for the food, which I think was reasonable, because it was like super expensive if you didn't. So this was from a cafe called, I'm gonna say Cafe No Fur, and it was a Beyond Burger with pretty much just like, lettuce, tomato, all that stuff. And then they have monster fries, which is kind of like, I guess, a take on the animal style fries. So there was like the Thousand Island dressing and cheese and onions and stuff on it. They were amazing. Like, I want to recreate that. I think they melted, I think the menu said they melted Follow Your Heart cheese, which is not really available where I live. So if I come across it like at Whole Foods or something, I have to try it. Then the next morning at the hotel, they have like the free breakfast, and we stayed at an Embassy Suites. So if you wanted, they could have made you an omelet, which it's not vegan, of course. It would be really cool if they had like the just egg or something. So every day I had these potatoes and a plain bagel, and then my mom actually asked them if they had any peanut butter so I can have some kind of protein, because I have hypoglycemia, so I have like just the carbs and like sugar and stuff would not be good for me. It would only last me like an hour or so. So if I have a little bit of protein, it lasts me a little bit longer. So they didn't have any peanut butter out, but my mom asked them for some and I got some. So yeah, that's pretty much what I ate both mornings we were there. And then on the first full day, I believe, we went to the Neon Museum in Las Vegas, of course, and they had a Tim Burton exhibit at the time we were there. I actually only found out because of Sarah McGonigal, which if you don't follow her on like Twitter and Instagram, you need to, because she's fabulous. But she was posting about how she was doing a Tim Burton photo shoot, like Tim Burton inspired, and she posted that she was at the Neon Museum like doing some stuff for it, and I was like, wait, this exhibit is happening while we were there, let's go. So Basically, the Neon Museum is the remnants of old neon signs from Las Vegas, and for this exhibit they had some of his touches in it, like there were some sculptures and some of his original artwork like inside this little building. So we got to go to that, and there's try to like insert here some pictures and stuff. They say you were allowed, it's like some places you can't record or take pictures, but they said you can take pictures for like social media, so hopefully this is okay. If not, there'll be a blank space in this video. Then inside of this little silver dome thing, I don't know if I caught that in any pictures or not, but there was some of his original art kind of displayed in there. My favorite was this little my friend, I wasn't familiar with it, but apparently it's been a thing, like people know about it. The little Oyster Boy, I think it was called. I don't remember exactly. But then there was this little slot machine that he designed specifically for this exhibit, and the guy that was working there was telling us about it. And that's like the only thing that he designed specifically for this exhibit, I'm pretty sure. And then the little robot dude is super cool. And then this guy, I guess this was at the Sahara Hotel. There was a couple of this neon signs about Sahara, so I think that maybe used to be Las Vegas attraction hotel something, but this little guy is pretty cool. He's my favorite. And then at the roof, like on the inside of this dome, they had these projections playing at the top and like a little carousel thing going on. And that day for lunch, we went to this place called Vegination, and my mom and brother didn't get anything, but I got this quesadilla. It was a black bean and sweet potato quesadilla. It had a little bit of Daiya cheese in there. It was really good, but I could only eat like half of it, and I was kind of sad that I couldn't take the rest because we were going to be out the rest of the day. I didn't want it to have to carry it around and it'd be all gross by the time we got back. But that was so good. They have a pretty big menu there, so definitely would suggest Vegination. They're 100% vegan. And then that night, again, I ordered from Cafe No Fur because they were so good. And I got some vegan chicken wings and these little pork, or not pork, like faux pork gyoza, I think they're called, like dumplings. And then I ordered the monster fries, but I guess I did not get monster fries. I just got a large order of fries. And the vegan donut to have for the next morning, which was really good. And then a chocolate milkshake, because why not? So the next day we were out and about. We were going to the Miracle Mile stores, and I found on the way, it's kind of like outside of there, but this place called Nacho Daddy, they have nachos, and they have like a whole vegan menu, which I'm like kind of got a little video of, and they have a vegan chocolate cake too. But here is what I got from there. Let me try to figure out what the name of it was that I ordered. Vegan, I think this was the vegan loaded nachos. So here that is. I have never had like actual nachos since I've been vegan, so I was super excited. I usually try to make my own and they don't turn out that well. But this had like guacamole, some vegan sour cream, and some, of course, nacho cheese and guacamole and a whole bunch of other stuff. That didn't come with jalapenos. I cannot handle spice, so I asked for no jalapenos. But the pico de gallo that was on there had jalapenos, so I was hurting a little bit. But other than that, it was amazing. I would definitely go there again, even though it was pretty expensive. We went upstairs. I don't remember if I put pictures of these or not, but there was somewhere around there was like a casino, and then you like through the casino, it's where Criss Angel does his shows, which was kind of sad they didn't have any shows while we were there, and like I think he was on vacation or something until like March. So we went up and they have his like custom choppers on display, which I thought was super awesome, so I got to see all those. And then we stopped at a Ben & Jerry's inside of the mall, which what's it called, the Miracle Mile Mall. It was crazy in there. Like, it was obviously ginormous, and it was an indoor mall, but it looked like it was outside, just the way they had like the roof and everything set up. And then they had this little, like, we were sitting at Ben & Jerry's actually when I filmed this little clip of like the rain, but there was this pond and it had a little sign that said like rain show like every half hour or something, and it like rained from the ceiling down into this little pond, which was kind of cool. But then there was like, right after it stopped, there was a lady that had to like come by and mop all the rings that got everywhere. I was like, that's not really, it's kind of weird, like it's creating an unnecessary mess. And so I flew back the next morning, and I saw this online on the website I was looking at. We flew through Phoenix, so we went from Las Vegas to Phoenix back to Cincinnati, and I saw this little display thing like in the middle of the airport, and they had a little button that said, that had like information on it, and it said, are there any gluten-free, vegetarian, and vegan food options? It listed all the food options there, which another story about that I'll tell you in a second. So then once we were on the plane, which was an ordeal, like I'm going to talk about, they had a menu in the seat back pocket, and it had little vegan icons to tell you what was vegan, which I thought was super cool, because I just like when restaurants do that, because the staff, or it's not really restaurants on the airplane, but they usually don't really know, what's vegan or not, so it's helpful that they have that. But so we had we went from Las Vegas to Phoenix, and we had a 2-hour stop, like in 2 hours until our flight left for Cincinnati. And my stepdad didn't see anything he liked, and of course I didn't find much in like our terminal area that had vegan food options beside like another fruit cup, which it was going to be a long flight from Phoenix to Cincinnati, so I was like, yeah, this is not going to work, so I need to find something else. And I looked up that there was a restaurant in another terminal that had the Beyond Burger, so I was like, sweet, that'll fill me up and get me through the flight. And so we walked to this other terminal, which you had to take like one of those train things to get to it. It wasn't like just walking around the corner. So we get there, we get like out of our terminal and get ready to get on the train to the other one, and it's like, caution, you're passing security, like any attempt to circumvent security will be like prosecuted or something. I was like, so we were like, yeah, we'll just have to come back through security when we come back, that's fine. So we exited the secure area and went on the train and started to go back into our terminal, and on the way we passed a Dunkin' Donuts. So I was like, oh, maybe if all else fails I can go to Dunkin' and get the Beyond Sausage. So we come back through security, right? And I've never seen this before at an airport. They had a dog there. So like you had to individually, one by one, walk past this dog so he could smell you. And he like went after him, like my stepdad was in front of me, and he went through, and the dog like kind of like lunged at him a little bit. So they're like, come over here, you gotta get more screening, I guess. Which they said that it wasn't like a drug dog, it was something for like explosives or whatever it may be, I don't know. But so they had to search our bags, and this guy came up from the back, like supervisor or whatever, and was like getting real rude with my stepdad. And they like had to, of course, had to take our jackets, shoes, belt, everything off. And then they like emptied our bags, swabbed them, looked at everything, put them through the X-ray machine like 5 times. And which I had to get pat down, because this hoodie that I was wearing, both airports that day, I had to get pat down because this hoodie, I guess the zipper was metal. So they were like, well, you scanned in the breast area, so we're gonna have to pat you down. I'm like, oh. So I'm not wearing that jacket to the airport anymore. Which, I mean, it's fine, they're just doing their job, like the thing detected metal, so of course I had to figure it out. But it was just like an ordeal, so that took literally the whole 2 hours to get food at the airport, and we almost, like, they had started calling for boarding for our flight by the time we got back, so that was a little crazy. But that was everything that I ate in Vegas. Let me know what you think. I do have a haul coming up of the stuff that I bought there, so check that out. I'm subscribed to some other videos. And give this video a thumbs up if you like this kind of style. I really don't know what to call it. It's not necessarily a vlog, but yeah, that's about it. So I'll see you in the next one. Bye.